Were there years when an actor easily won an Oscar? Hey, it's Michael, aka Oscar Man. And in part one of this topic, I'm going to talk about some acting Oscar wins that may not necessarily have been landslide victories, but those I believed received a large percentage of the votes by the Academy. Now, of course, no results of Oscar voting are ever released, so this is all pure speculation. One of the more recent examples is Joaquin Phoenix winning Best Actor for 2019's Joker. Was there anybody who didn't get this one right in an Oscar pool? Phoenix won every major precursor award, and more importantly, his performance was one of the most Oscar worthy of the decade, and I wasn't a fan of the film.
You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. But you don't listen anyway. I said, for my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
I'm pretty sure that the other nominees that year mustered up a small amount of votes between them. There is an urban myth that legendary Hollywood columnist Hedda Hopper claimed that Vivien Leigh received 93% of the vote for Best Actress of 1939 in Gone with the Wind. Leigh had some pretty formidable competition that year, but her performance in Gone with the Wind immediately became iconic. While I'm not sure that she received 93% of the vote, I do believe that Vivien Leigh handily won the Oscar that year, as expected.
And now left me dangling with your talk of honor. But you had to wait till now when Mel is dying, to show me that I could never mean any more to you than this waddling woman does to Red. I've loved something that doesn't really exist. But somehow, I don't care. Somehow it doesn't matter.
A bit of trivia. This was the final year that winners were announced prior to the ceremony. Beginning with the 1941 awards ceremony, the names of the winners were kept secret in an envelope in order to build suspense, a practice that has continued to this day. Only twice in Academy history has an Oscar win been presented posthumously. The first time was in 1977, when the widow of Peter Finch accepted his Best Actor Oscar for Network. The second time took place in 2009, when the family of Heath Ledger accepted his Best Supporting Actor Oscar for The Dark Knight. As with the case of Finch, this was neither a sentimental gesture nor sympathy Oscar. Had Ledger lived, I believe he still would have easily won that year.
My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night, he goes off crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, me watching, he takes the knife to her, laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
His performance as the Joker, like Joaquin Phoenix's a decade later, was widely praised, and he was posthumously honored with every major precursor award that year. Newcomers making their screen debut seem to have the best chance at winning an Oscar in the Best Supporting Actress category. Eva Marie Saint won for 1954's On the Waterfront, her first film performance. Some believe that Saint's placement in supporting was an example of category fraud, a deliberate move by Columbia Pictures in order to prevent the actress from competing with Judy Garland and Grace Kelly. The strategy was an effective one, as Saint didn't have as strong a lineup to compete with in supporting.
Edie, time and faith. Remember time and faith, the great music.
Father, my brother is dead, and you talk about time and faith. My brother was the best kid in the neighborhood, and everybody said so.
Listen, I'm in the church if you need me.
You're in the church if I need you. Did you ever hear of a saint hiding in a church? I want to know who killed my brother!
Eva Marie Saint was able to hold her own with co-star Marlon Brando, demonstrating her ability to match his improvisational style in this scene where the glove drop was accidental.
It's just a regular college.
What is it?
It's run by the Sisters of St. Anne.
Where is that?
It's in Tarrytown,
Where's that up? Where's that?
the country.
I don't like the country. The crickets make me nervous.
Saint didn't miss a beat and stayed in the moment until she took the glove back. Though this was Eva Marie Saint's only Oscar nomination, she went on to a successful career starring in various film and television productions. One of my top 5 Best Actress winning performances was given by Charlize Theron in 2003's Monster. What could have easily been considered a case of a beautiful actress becoming uglified to show she has talent was proven anything but by Theron in her tour de force as serial killer Eileen Wuornos.
Maybe if I just get a little help, then you can help me. You can help me, because if you can forgive me for, because I don't know if I can forgive myself for my, all this.
Theron had to convince filmmakers she was up to the challenge because the industry didn't think she could pull off such a demanding role. While the film is a tough one to sit through, I thought Charlize Theron was superb, and I believe she easily won the Oscar. Even in a more competitive year, Theron would still have received the most votes. Okay, most of you who have watched my previous videos know by now that I was not a fan of 2022's Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yes, I was happy that Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress, but Ke Huy Quan's victory in the Best Supporting Actor category was something else. I just didn't see what apparently everyone else did, including the voters of the Academy, Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, and the 50-plus other awards he received for his performance as Waymond.
I don't know. The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please, be kind. Especially when we don't know what's going on.
While Kwan didn't get my vote at the SAGs that year, I do believe that he easily won the Oscar with very little competition in his category. Among my favorite Best Supporting Actress wins is Olympia Dukakis in Moonstruck. I remember attending a screening of the film and saying to myself afterwards, she's going to win the Oscar. That is not something I often say after watching a film, especially these days. But Dukakis' performance as Cher's mother in the 1987 romantic comedy was, I think, the best in the film, and there was no way she wasn't going to win on Oscar night.
Well, I guess it ain't modern times in Sicily. He came right from the airport. He wanted to talk to you. You got a love bite on your neck. He's coming back this morning. What's the matter with you? Your life's going down the toilet. Cover up that damn thing. Come on, put some makeup on.
This is one of those instances where I felt the winner received at least 50% of the votes, leaving the other nominees to fight over who would come in a distant second. Despite prior appearances in small roles, Moonstruck brought stage veteran Dukakis to the attention of filmgoers, and she followed her Oscar-winning performance with 30 more years of work in dozens of movies and television shows. Now, some quick takes. I think all 3 of Daniel Day-Lewis's Oscars were easily won in each of those years. Even though there were only 3 Best Actor nominees in 1934, Clark Gable had that one in the bag for It Happened One Night. I believe that supporting actress winners Monique and Viola Davis might have easily won with more than 70% of the vote. Both performances so strong that they would not be denied come Oscar time. And yes, while each actress didn't have much competition between them the years in which they were nominated, their work in Precious and Fences, respectively, would have made them Academy Award winners no matter who was nominated alongside them. There is one more notorious Oscar winner to discuss, but before I do, it's time for me to acknowledge you for taking the time to join us today. Your participation in this channel is important and very much appreciated. Following a message by an Oscar winner, please hit the like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, consider becoming a member of our knowledgeable community consisting of film buffs and fellow Oscar aficionados. The first time he won Best Actor, Marlon Brando was very humble when he accepted his trophy from presenter Bette Davis, finally winning after 3 consecutive nominations for his work in On the Waterfront. Brando was considered the can't-miss winner of 1954. As Terry Malloy, Brando's intensity and passion helped to catapult the film to Best Picture and 6 other Oscars. On the Waterfront became the first film to receive 3 nominations in the Best Supporting Actor category.
You take the good goods away and the kickbacks and a shakedown cabbage and them pistol arrows and you're nothing. Your guts is all in your wallet and your trigger finger, you know that?
You ratted on us, Terry.
From where you stand, maybe, but I'm standing over here now. I was ratting on myself all them years, I didn't even know it.
Come on!
You give it to Joey, you give it to Dugan, you give it to Charlie, it was one of your own. You think you're God Almighty, but you know what you are?
Come on!
You're a cheap, lousy, dirty, stinking mug! And I'm glad what I've done to you.
Now jump to 1972's The Godfather, where, after a decade of work in many less than stellar films, Brando once again triumphed, winning his second Best Actor Oscar in another film that not only won Best Picture, but also scored 3 nominations in the Best Supporting Actor category.
You found paradise in America. Had a good trade, made a good living, police protected you, and there were courts of law. You didn't need a friend like me. But now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. But you don't ask with respect. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married and you ask me to do murder for money.
However, unlike the first time, Brando did not show up to accept the second Oscar, one that was pretty much expected to be an easy win. What ensued became an oft-discussed incident that tarnished Brando's reputation as well as that of his unwitting participant. All of that aside, I believe it is safe to say that both of Marlon Brando's Best Actor wins were guaranteed in those respective years. I will cover more of what I think were easy Oscar wins in a future video. In the meantime, do you agree that the ones mentioned here were no-brainer wins, or was there more competition that I should have given credit to? Be sure and share your thoughts. And until next time, I'll leave you with this.
I want to take this opportunity of expressing my thanks and sincere gratitude to Mr. Frank Capra, the director of It Happened One Night, and Miss Claudette Colbert, who was gracious enough to co-star with me in that same picture. Thank you.